Hi to my lecturer and my fellow friends. So today we are here to present about our final year project. So myself Hagheiesh, another Gitangaraj. My metric number is 11 DKM 18F 1075.
Myself, Sealan Gunasekharan. My metric number is 11 DKM 18F 1023.
Myself, relevant matrix number are 11 DKM 18F 1081.
So our final year project is about onion cutting machine. So after this, Sealan will explain briefly about the onion cutting machine.
Okay, myself is Sealan. Today I will briefly explain about our onion cutting machine. This project is applied from observation based on the manual method currently used, which is to cut onions. The objective of this project is to design onion cutting machine for the use of small and medium industries in the food sector. In addition, there are several scopes of study that have been set in this project. That is, the ability of this machine is able to cut onions in large quantities and can only be used to cut onions only. This is said to solve some problem that arise with the use of existing methods. Among them, requires a lot of manpower and requires a relatively long period of time to cut the onion skin in large quantities. Materials for this project should also have special features that are metal and skin in large quantities. Material for this project should also have special features that are used to plan the project production process by using a flow chart as a guide for production planning and project testing. As a result, the entire project was successful, produced with an average time saving rate compared to the traditional method of 45%. Based on this result, the result of the analysis and discussion that has been conducted, it can be concluded that this onion cutting machine has achieved the objective that have been discussed. Okay, next, let's go to our project introduction. With some discussion with group members and project supervisor, an onion cutting machine project was chosen. It is a machine created to facilitate entrepreneurs, especially entrepreneurs of small companies, where its use is more focused on cutting onions in large quantities. This onion cutting machine is capable of cutting more onions. Therefore, this machine is called onion cutting machine. Onion cutting machine was created to facilitate the work of cutting onions effectively, aimed at meeting the needs and wants of food entrepreneurs who desperately need this kind of machine to facilitate the process of cutting onions without using complicated preparation and a lot of energy. Innovative products like these are expected to help the community at the grassroots level to increase the productivity of food entrepreneurs. Okay, now I will talk about our objective of our project. Project objectives are the goals to be achieved and at the end of project production. Among the main objectives that can be presented in the production of onion cutting machine: to calculate the thrust of motor use, to build an onion cutting machine, able to test onion cutting machine built in terms of saving time and quantity. Now I will talk about the problem statement for our project. The product produced, the onion cutting machine, is a medium to facilitate the work of cutting onions more effectively. This product can benefit small traders who are interested in carrying out of food processing. Through the idea of innovation produced, some problem can be overcome to facilitate the work of cutting onions. Through the observation carried out, food entrepreneurs still use the traditional method of cutting work. It's by chopping onions manually using a regular cutting knife and consuming excess time and manpower. Therefore, an idea of innovation was created to solve the problem. The production of onion cutting machine is one of the solutions to the complicated onion cutting process to any and fast process. The work process facilitate cutting onions become complicated because it requires a certain level of accuracy and endurance of eye pain if done traditionally using the method of cutting a regular knife. Therefore, the product for problem solving for the cutting process. The onion cutting machine is a simpler and easier work process in carry out in one workspace and only requires one manpower without the need of excess area and manpower and can save time. A part of the design produce plays an important role in meeting the needs of consumers and food entrepreneurs who always expect a product innovation to facilitate the work cutting onions without a complicated process. Next, I will talk about our problem statement for our project. The onion cutting machine is a medium to facilitate the work of cutting onions more effectively. This product can benefit small traders who are interested in carrying out food processing activities. Food entrepreneurs still use the traditional method of onion cutting work by cutting onion manually using a regular cutting knife and consuming too much time and okay, next I will explain about our scope for our project. Each product design must have certain implementation limits. It aims to prevent its implementation from deviating from the actual scope that has been set. Among the scope of onion cutting machine project are the ability of this machine is capable of cutting onions in large quantities. Secondly, the production of machine can only be used to cut onions only. Okay, now I will explain about the purpose. The first purpose of this project is this onion cutting machine is cheaper and can be owned by small industries. Secondly, onion cutting machine can ensure the work is always in safe and hazards. That's all from me. Next, Hagheiesh will explain about the material that we use in this project.
Hi, myself Hagheiesh. So Seelan is with me to show the important things that we are used in our project. So first and foremost, we used an electrical motor in our project. So the function of the electrical motor is to produce mechanical energy almost entirely through the reaction of magnetic field and conductor that conduct electric currents. The opposite process, which uses mechanical energy to generate electricity, is accomplished with an electric generator or dynamo. Traction motors used on vehicle often perform both tasks. The spec of this generator is it has a horsepower of 0.75 and the speed is 1458 revolution per minute.
Okay, this is our motor that we use for our project.
So secondly, the most important thing that we use in our project is hollow steel. This entire structure is made up of hollow steel. So hollow steel benefits are high corrosion resistance, which allows for use in tight environments, and secondly, fire and heat resistance make it possible to fight scaling and maintain strength at high temperature. And it also provides a modern and attractive appearance for the most architectural material applications. So next thing that we use in our project is slicing knife, which is 1 and 2. We use 2 slicing knife in our project. So the position of the knife serves as a place for the knife to stick, which can slice the onion by rotating. Next is hopper outlet. Hopper outlet is a sliced onion production place. Next is hopper inlet. This is the hopper inlet. Hopper is a place to put onions that will be sliced, which is we will put the onion through this. Next is switch. In electrical engineering, a switch is an electrical component that can disconnect or connect the conducting part in an electric circuit, interrupting the electric current or diverting it from one conductor to another conductor. So next I am going to explain about our cost that we allocated for this project. The cost factor that will be allocated is an important factor because for the cost factor can ensure the production of an invention does not become waste and can produce an invention that will facilitate the user with the function and price of the invention. Mostly every component that we use in our project is made up of metal, which is knife cover, hopper input, AC motor, hopper output, slicing knife and gearbox. Knife cover costs us 25 ringgit, hopper input costs us 20 ringgit, while AC motor costs us 250 ringgit. Hopper output is also 20 ringgit. Slicing knife is 14 ringgit, which is 1 unit is equal to 7 ringgit, so we use 2 knives. Gearbox is 100 ringgit. So total of our project cost is 644 ringgit. Next, I'm going to explain about the advantage of our onion cutting machine. There are many advantages of onion cutting machine. According to our project, the onion cutting machine is focused on small food entrepreneurs and large industry that involve a lot of movement, force and a lot of energy. Onion cutting machine which is able to make onions cut in large quantity. Secondly, onion cutting machine can ensure the work area is always safe from any accidents. Lastly, onion cutting machine able to provide good onion quality after cutting.
Okay, I'm Yuan. Now I want to explain our survey. A survey has conducted to 10 participants to identify the specification of onion cutting machines. According to the data obtained from the survey, we found that 8 out of 10 respondents thinks that onion cutting machine can reduce the time consumed. Next, for fruit preparation, 24% and 21% of respondents believe that onion cutter machine can handle large amount of vegetable and reduce human force respectively. As a conclusion, I have learned how to collaboratively actively manage an engineering related project, starting from design components until the innovation of the machines. Effective communications, group members and project supervision helps me to finish my task within time provide and improve my communication skills. In conclusion, the onion cutting machines has met our objective. An onion cutting machine is purposely designed to perform slicing on onion. Our aim is to allow the user to cut the large amount of onions in a shorter times, reduce the human's force and for fruit preparation and improve the safety feature.
So now we are going to show how this machine is going to work. So Yuven will demonstrate how this machine will work.
First, I want to show you how about my the cutting machine, how to work generally. Okay, first put the onion into the open inlet and then start the button. Then use the tool to push the onion, let it slide.
Okay, now I will show you what is happening inside the machine. As we can see, we got two slicing knives which can help the user to reduce the time and to slice the onion very easily. Okay, after these onions are sliced, the onion will fall straightly from this hopper outlet and can make the user to collect the onions very easily.
Okay, now I'm going to explain the structure of this machine. So you can ask why we built this machine into a trapezium size. Okay, we built this machine into a trapezium size because it will help the onion, the sliced onion, to fall straightly to the hopper outlet. The inclined plane, this will help the sliced onion straightly fall to the hopper outlet.